underestimate the power of a giant radio tower and the interweb to find an out-of-print piece of vinyl.
Did you find it?
Yeah.
Or you didn't find it?
Jeff Brown, former Bogarts employee, has a copy of Omerta from the Royal Crescent Mob, unopened, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
But it's on vinyl. So, Jeff, man, if you're still listening, I'd love to buy that off of you or whatever. I'll find a way to convert it. I know there's players out there that'll do that.
I bet we know people that could help you with that.
Yeah, we could probably figure that out. But, lots of people chiming in. Jeff from Middletown said, well, this is good. My buddy Joe texted, he goes, I'd still want to be Tiger Woods. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
He'll probably be able to squeak by on $500 million. I could see that. But Jeff from Middletown called in and said if he could beat somebody else when he woke up tomorrow, it'd be Elon Woods' lawyer.
That's a good one.
Payday.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. And you know what? Here's another one I hadn't thought of, and I can't believe I didn't think. Maybe it's because he strikes me as somebody who smells too. But Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah.
He's led a pretty interesting life, and I can't imagine. Though, what it would have been like to be. What was the chick from Friends?
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, I can't. She strikes me as a little bit of a pain in the ass.
Really?
Yeah. And he says, well, and then he also says, yeah, minus the Angelina Jolie in the kids' years. I think I'd still hop on board that.
I would include that, I think.
It is funny, too. Everybody you want to be is a guy.
Yeah, because I thought of, too, Cameron Crowe. I love him.
Did you? Yeah. That doesn't surprise me in the least.
Plus, he's married to the hot chick from Heart.
There you go. The hot chick from Heart. Which one's that?
The one who's not 6,000 pounds.
The one who's in danger of being eaten by her sister at any moment if the buffet runs low.
Yes.
So Brad Pitt, I think he's done some pretty interesting movies. In fact, I don't know if I mentioned this. I saw Inglourious Bastards last week. It's fantastic.
I still have not seen that.
It's really good.
I need to borrow that.
If you haven't had a chance to check that one out, that's a good one. And he's just at the height of his bizarro-ness in this one. And the guy that plays the Nazi is fantastic.
Yeah.
This guy should get an Academy Award.
Yeah.
It's really good. But, if you got somebody you want to chime in on, anybody else you'd if you woke up tomorrow, it could be somebody else, who would it be and why? The morning show at purerock96.com. Robin checks in, says, I'd like to be a legal pot farmer. All right. Very good. Eric checks in and says, I would knock it off.
What'd he say?
I would either be John from John and Kate, and then I'd kill myself to rid the world of me, or I'd be Chuck Norris, because I could wake up and know that I'm so cool that I can divide by zero. I mean, let's be honest. Chuck Norris is so cool. He lost his virginity before his father did.
Seriously, don't you work?
Oh, my Lord. I do love the Chuck Norris stuff. My favorite one of those is when Chuck Norris does push-ups. He's not pushing himself up. He's pushing the earth down.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorites. Karen says she'd want to be whoever created Napster. I don't know. I think I'd go with Google creator versus Napster. Yeah. Napster creators ran into too much Lars Ulrich crap.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Then you have Burlage here on Twitter that says he can't believe that nobody mentioned Donald Trump.
I don't know. He's a pain in the ass. I wouldn't want to be
the hair alone.
The hair. Yeah, but the money's not this. Because here's the deal. He's worth that kind of money on paper.
Yeah. Right.
In reality, though, there was times when he was having, some of his buildings he's had to sell. He's had to shut. That's it. I don't like that whole grand financier world. I want to be somebody that's got concrete assets.
He keeps marrying these hot girls, but then you see how much the money's really worth to him at some point. Those girls are like, enough is enough. I have to go.
Yeah.
Right. Garrett just says happy. I think that's Garrett. He just says Happy New Year. Thanks for putting me on the show. Well, you're welcome.
Okay.
No problem.
What about you?
Thanks for putting us on your radio.
You haven't really mentioned any musicians, Finn. What about it? Is there a musician you'd want to be?
Max Weinberg.
He's had a long career. Don't knock that.
He's got a pretty steady gig.
Yeah. 2 steady gigs.
Yeah.
For you kids that don't know who he is,
he's been
the drummer for the E Street Band.
The E Street Band and Conan. Yeah,
he's
got
a for ages.
Pretty solid gig. He's made a career out of 3 drums.
Yes.
Pretty much. I don't know. Neil Peart, if I was a drummer, I think I'd like to be him.
Yeah.
He's really quite good. As far as other musicians,
I don't know. I'd almost go with somebody like Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know. He strikes me as somebody who eventually he would just annoy himself to death.
Yeah, but at least he'd be hot doing it, though.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Honestly, there was a while when I thought it would have been cool to be Gene Simmons, but now I think I'd blow my own brains out because I would. Speaking of annoying yourself,
true.
I really can't think of anything. Aside from if you put politics aside, probably be cool to have had Springsteen's career, since we're on the Max Weinberg tip.
Yeah.
It would have been kind of cool to be like Johnny Rotten and live through the big punk explosion
Sure.
in England and throughout Europe. That would have been kind of cool. I don't know if I would have wanted to have been one of the Ramones, though.
Yeah.
They had short attention spans, did they?
Did they really?
Taylor Swift? No.
Oh, I could see you with those long, lovely blonde locks.
I would never want to be Carrie Underwood because then Gamble would be all over me.
Yeah, you got to factor that in.
Speaking of which, I know where you're going with this.
What?
Jack White. Look at you. You let me in and you sucked me in, and I didn't even realize. I'm so stupid. We're going to get to that here. We're going to check sports after we take a quick break and look at your traffic. Big sports news. I haven't even gotten to one of the bigger stories of the day. I was so enamored of the big win over UConn with Mick and the Bearcats that I missed one of the bigger stories of the day with Mike Leach. We'll give you that. More sports after we check your traffic on this New Year's Eve. The weather's going to be an issue if it's not already, so do pay close attention. We will get you where you need to be. Never fear.
Okay. No wrecks or delays on the highways. Things pretty light and empty as they have been all week. If you see something that we should know about, you can call Angie at 241-CARS. A mix of rain and snow today with a high near 38. Tomorrow, windy, cold, and snow showers, a high 27. Saturday, mostly flurries, cloudy skies, and a high 23. Right now, it is cloudy and a little foggy, too. It's 36 degrees.
Steve from Dayton sends this via the email at themorningshow at purerock96.com. Hey, folks, I think I'd like to be the intake officer at the Hamilton County Jail on New Year's Eve.
Oh.
Cup of coffee and a video camera and have the most hilarious night of my life. So many idiots, I wouldn't know who to film first.
That's a good point.
That is a good point. All right, Steve, thanks for checking in again. The morning show at purerock96.com, or the Twitter address is GambleandFin96. So bring it on. I'm Finn. He is Cousin Vinny. She's Sister Karen.
It's the Offspring
On Cincinnati's Pure Rock 96 Rock.